Hello, my dog Kenny died on Sunday, and my husband and I are going to be in a very, very long grieving phase. And I'm making this video for my babe because he would have been 9 years old today. It would have been his birthday today. But he didn't make it to his birthday. Just 3 days before his birthday, we had to go to the vet and have him euthanize him. And it was a tremendous relief for him. I could feel it. I could feel that relief. So when a dog gets very, very old and very, very sick, where he can't walk anymore, where you have to like carry him everywhere, and when he suffers and throws up all the time, and when the quality of life is so bad and there's so much pain and suffering, then you have to bring your animal to the veterinarian. And this is how I do it, and this is how I recommend it to everyone else as well. When you bring your animal to the veterinarian at the end of his or her life, make sure that you stay there with your animal and all the way through. What you do is you sit down on the floor and you hold your dog. Either you hold your dog's hips, or you lie down behind your dog and hold your dog, or you hold your dog's chest. You have to be in very, very deep physical connection to your dog, like a oneness connection to your dog. And having a hand on the dog is good, but it's better to hold your dog, really hold him. He was shivering, he was so afraid. And I held him real tightly before the vet came in, and I said to him, "It's all well. I'm going through this with you together. We're going through this together, you and I forever." And I was holding his hips while the vet put an injection into his hind legs vein. There was a real thick vein sticking out at his ankle, and it was very easy to put the needle into that. He didn't even feel anything. And it was just one solution, kind of like a purple type of solution, and I think he said it's pentobarbital, if I correctly remember. I don't know. Everything was like a dream, like a surreal dream, a nightmare type of surreal dream, but it was reality. And I just wanted to make sure that he doesn't feel anything of that procedure. And the vet said no, because it is also an anesthesia substance. So as soon as the first drops got into his vein, he started to relax. His shoulders dropped, started to relax. He was still sitting, still had his head up, but relaxed. And then he went into the anesthesia. He relaxed all the way down, like head down. And then when he had the entire amount in his system, then his heart stopped and brain stopped, and he fell over to the side in a very, very relaxed way. Very, very relaxed, and in total relief. And it was also this energy there, this energy of total freedom from pain. This surrender to the course of life. And I felt that with him and for him. And I just felt everything he felt. And I still felt his presence there, but in a very, very grateful and relieved energy. And joyful. Actually giving us comfort. And so we stayed there for a long time. And so what I recommend to other people to do is, if you cannot bury your dog, then stay there with your animal, dog or cat or whatever animal you have. Stay there and keep holding your animal for, I don't know, half an hour, maybe an hour. Make sure that the vet will assure you that the heart is no longer beating, that there are no more vital signs, and that there is no risk of the animal waking up, because these things have happened, where a dog would wake up all of a sudden again in those cooling chambers. And I remember that was horrible. In LA, one dog woke up, and that means that the vet had not administered enough of the anesthetic. So that's real criminal in my opinion, not to give the right amount. So the vets know which dog needs which amount. Obviously Kenny needed a whole lot because he was huge. He needed the same amount that I would need. So you want to stay there with your animal all the way through and make sure that there are no more vital signs, and look at the eyes, look at the gums. They have to turn blue. This all has to turn blue or purple, like really dark bluish, dark purplish. And then you know that there will be no risk of some kind of revival, or I don't even want to think about it. What can happen, whether someone thinks the animal is euthanized, they leave, and then the animal is being revived or sold to some kind of cosmetic laboratory and being tested for substances of any sort. So that has to be avoided, absolutely. And you want to make sure that your animal is completely gone and is not coming back, and is really in peace, resting forever in peace. And so with him, we just didn't. There was just absolutely no way we could leave him there. So we put him back in the van, and we brought him home, and we buried him right where he wanted to be buried. He told me, he's been telling me with body language already for, I would say for 1.5 years. He's been telling me he wanted to be buried under the manzanita tree. He's been digging there. He's been digging there many, many times, and he would scratch on the soil, and then he would look at me, and so I knew that's what he wanted. He wanted to be buried there by the forest, where the wild animals are, and the trees, and the beautiful forest that we have on our property, where the air is good, where it's natural. So, and that is in proper distance to any kind of well. So, luckily we're living in an area now where the properties are farther away from one another. So this is very good. So, and I chose a couple of white rocks that we found on the beach that match him, and we put them on top of the grave together with some Pierce japonica twigs and Christmas tree twigs and a dandelion flower. Okay, this is my video. Take care. Bye bye.